Are you struggling with localization in your ASP.NET Core 1.1 application? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into a common issue that many developers face when trying to set up localization. I totally get it. Setting up localization can be tricky, especially when things don't work as expected. It's frustrating when your code seems right, but the resources just won't load. You're in the right place to find a solution. Here's the specific situation we're addressing. A user reached out saying they successfully implemented localization in their values controller, but when trying to inject the iString localizer into a generic service, it just wouldn't find the resource file. Sound familiar? Let's explore this together. So what could be going wrong? The issue often lies in how the resources are structured and how the namespaces are set up. We'll break down the code and see where things might be going awry. And stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how to fix this issue and ensure your localization works seamlessly. To resolve the issue with localization in the generic service, the user should first ensure that the resource files are correctly named and located. The resource file for the service should be named according to the service's namespace. Next, the user needs to adjust the way the localization is set up in the startup.cs file. They should specify the resources path correctly to include the services folder. After that, the user should check the injection of the iString localizer in the service class. They need to ensure that the generic type parameter is correctly set to match the resource file's namespace. Finally, the user should test the localization by accessing the localized strings in the service. They can do this by calling the localizer within the service methods. Fun fact, did you know that localization can make or break your app's user experience? It's true. A well-localized app can reach a global audience, while poor localization can lead to confusion. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative approach suggests that the issue with localization in a generic class arises from how the iString localizer is injected. The problem lies in the private field resource base name, which is set incorrectly when using a closed generic type. Instead of the expected resource path, it generates a complex string that includes type information. To resolve this, you can manually create a Resource Manager string localizer instance by extracting the base name from the class's full name, excluding the project file name and class name. To extract the base name, take the full class name, remove the project file name and the class name itself. For example, if the full class name is mycsprojfilename.anyfolder.subfolder foo class, the base name would be anyfolder.subfolder. This method allows you to correctly locate the resource files for localization. Here's a pro tip. Always keep your resource files organized and ensure that your namespaces are consistent. This will save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. With these steps, your localization should be working perfectly. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more tips on ASP.NET Core development.